So how can I improve my fluency? I think one thing, like I just went over with the vocab stuff out of the books, I would look for sentences that I like, that I can tell are conveying the ideas that I normally want to convey. So for instance, in books like Harry Potter, where a lot of it is dialogue and a lot of the people are speaking to one another or about other people, they're going to be using phrases that are very, very common that you could be using. And so I would use these sorts of books to try and find phrases and then start adapting them to my language, how I speak the language. And so if I see in a book that someone uses however or although, these different conjunctions for sentences in a certain way, I might sit down afterwards and think about how they were used and how I could use them in a similar sort of way and come up with my own sentences and practice using them. You could also role play. So quite often, for example, if you were watching a TV show in Australian English and you heard someone say, "How's it going? How's it going?" I would sit there and be like, "Oh man, that was awesome. That sort of greeting, I want to use that. I'm going to use that now. How's it going? How's it going?" And I would sit down and practice it. How's it going? How's it going? Hey man, how are you? How's it going? And I keep sort of adding different sentences, different phrases, and slowly my fluency will build. And so that's the main thing, I think. Keep listening for these sorts of things that you think, "Oh, I can totally use that and put that into my language. I'm going to speak using that. I'm going to take this, I'm going to take that." And slowly your language is going to expand. But then also practicing on your own. So, for instance, if I was nervous about using a certain phrase or a certain expression or a certain word, I get over that by practicing it alone in my room. I'll practice it, a couple of times. Maybe I'll make up a story on the spot. I'll speak out loud and I'll use those expressions until I feel comfortable saying them, until they're easy, until they come out of my mouth fluidly. That improves the physical fluency of the language coming out more easily. And so you can do that whenever you want. You don't need other speakers there. You don't need anyone else. You can do it in your own time. That's what I love about that. You can practice, and I would do that. I would sit down playing with the phone, learning French, and just be chatting to myself. Aujourd'hui, je veux faire quelque chose, je veux faire ça, je vais faire ça, like blah, 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 blah. You just make it up and you just have fun. So I hope that helps.
G'day guys, thanks for watching the video. Remember, if you want to support the channel financially, you can do so via my Patreon page, which is linked in the description below. If you can't afford to support the channel financially, you can still help by spreading the word and sharing the videos. Thanks so much guys, stay awesome, all the best.